Some cars age and fall apart, others hit 200,000 miles and feel like they're just getting started. The Lexus LS430 is one of those cars. Built in the early 2000s, this thing is basically over-engineered in every direction. The V8 is smooth, under-stressed, and known for running forever with basic maintenance. No turbos, no unnecessary complexity, just pure durability. It's the kind of car that quietly crosses 300,000 miles while everything around it starts failing. And what makes it even better is how comfortable it still feels today. But as solid as the LS is, the next car solves one of its biggest downsides. The Toyota Avalon from the same era keeps that reliability, but makes ownership even easier. Front-wheel drive, simpler layout, cheaper maintenance. It doesn't have the same flagship feel as the Lexus, but for daily use, it's almost impossible to beat. These things just don't die. You'll see them everywhere for a reason. Now here's where things get more interesting. The Mercedes E-Class from the early 2000s, specifically the E320, is one of the few German cars that actually lives up to the reliability reputation people expect. This was before everything got overcomplicated. The engine is solid, the transmission is proven, and if maintained properly, these can go the distance. It's not as set and forget as the Toyota or Lexus, but it offers something they don't: driving feel. And if you want that mix of durability and driving experience, this one stands out. But if you think that's impressive, the next car is where things really shift. Because this one doesn't just last, it was built to be abused. The Ford Crown Victoria. This is a different type of durability. Body-on-frame construction, simple V8, used as police cars and taxis for years. These weren't just driven, they were beaten daily, and they kept going. 300,000 miles is normal for these. Parts are cheap, everything is simple, and nothing about this car is fragile. It's not refined, it's not modern, but it might be one of the toughest sedans ever made. Now compared to that, the next car feels completely different, but somehow ends up just as reliable. The Honda Accord from the mid-2000s. This is where everything just works. Engine, transmission, electronics, it's all built to last without drama. It doesn't matter if it's used daily, driven hard, or neglected a bit. These cars keep going. And here's the interesting part. The Accord might not feel as special as something like the Crown Vic or E-Class, but it's often the one that lasts the longest with the least effort, and that's where most people get it wrong. They chase the more interesting car. You know what are now our brains now ignon our nor the one that actually makes the most sense. But don't decide yet, because coming up next, there's a car that combines that same reliability with something most of these don't have at all, and it completely changes the way you look at older sedans. The Toyota Camry from the early 2000s is that car most people overlook until they realize how hard it is to actually kill one. Nothing about it is exciting. The engine is simple, the design is basic, and there's no standout feature, but that's exactly why it works. These regularly go 250,000 to 300,000 miles with minimal issues, oil changes, basic maintenance, and they just keep going. And compared to the Accord, this one is even more forgiving. The Accord might feel a bit sharper to drive, but the Camry is the one that survives neglect. Miss a service, delay maintenance, drive it harder than you should, it still holds together better than most. Now if you take that idea and push it further, you get something even more interesting. The Lexus ES300. This is basically a Camry underneath, but refined. Same reliability mindset, just quieter, smoother, more comfortable. It doesn't ask for much and it doesn't give you problems. It's one of those cars where nothing really breaks. Things just wear out slowly over time. No sudden failures, no expensive surprises, just predictable ownership. And for long-term use, that's exactly what separates a good car from a bad one. But here's where it gets different, because the next car is not supposed to be this reliable. The Infiniti G35. More power, rear-wheel drive, sportier setup. On paper, this should be less durable. But in reality, the VQ engine is incredibly strong. With proper maintenance, these can go the distance just like the more safe options. And this is where things get interesting, because now you're choosing between two completely different experiences. The ES is smooth, quiet, and predictable. But the G35 gives you something most cars on this list don't. It's actually fun to drive, and somehow it still holds up long term. But if you think that's the best balance on this list, the next one might change your mind. The Buick LeSabre. This is one of the most underrated, long-lasting sedans ever. The 3800 V6 is legendary, simple, proven, and extremely durable. These engines are known for hitting high mileage without major issues, and the rest of the car follows that same philosophy. Nothing is overcomplicated, Everything is built to last. It's designed for comfort, not performance, which means less stress on every component. And compared to something like the G35, it feels like a completely different world. But when it comes to longevity, they end up in the same place. High mileage, low drama, consistent reliability, which brings us to the last one, the Toyota Corolla. This is the simplest formula on the list. Small, efficient, basic in every way. But that simplicity is what makes it almost impossible to break. These go forever, not because they're treated well, but because they don't need perfect conditions to survive. Bad roads, missed maintenance, daily use for years. Ew. It just keeps going. And that's really the pattern across all of these cars. They're not the fastest, they're not the most advanced, and they're definitely not built to impress anyone. They're built to last. Here's another video about reliable old SUV.